Hey guys, and welcome to Tyria Tribune. My name is John.
My name is Ben.
Alright, and now today we're going to go over the role of the squads and what they are in Guild Wars 2. What the squad is, it's more of like a medium-sized group which helps condense and help destroy some of the noise in World vs. World. Now the squad is bigger than the 5-man parties that are in Guild Wars 2, and as of right now I don't believe has a cap. And everybody could join a squad, but not everybody is included in it for World vs. World parties.
Alright, so I guess the question really comes down to why have squads? Because, like John was saying before, they don't include everyone in the world, but they're bigger than parties, which are capped at a 5-person party. This is really useful because, really, say you're having two different attacks in the world. So say someone is defending the keep, whereas another group is attacking a supply line on the other side of the world. One person in the keep would say, retreat back to the walls or something like that. And then people at the supply line would actually retreat because they thought that the person in charge was telling them to retreat. And that would ultimately just really muck up a lot of communications, and it wouldn't really do a good job of organizing people. So the squad really takes this and consolidates power into one commander. And so it really just improves communication overall. So, John, what exactly does a squad do? Like, what are the advantages of being in a squad?
Well, pretty much what the squad does is you have one person which is called the commander, and they pretty much issue orders, just like a general would, I guess. And what it does is it gives you an exclusive channel as the commander to be able to communicate with people that are under him. And he's also able to put out certain I guess you would say commands, like attack, defend, rally, or bring supply, just stuff like that to help organize the group all in all. Like you said, there was a whole lot of miscommunication that was going on in World v. World, and I think this is their attempt at trying to fix it. And for the squad, one thing that they did make is, or one thing that makes it easy to join a squad in World vs. World is just as simple as clicking on somebody that's in already a squad and just right click them, select join squad, and it's pretty much that easy.
Also,
Go ahead.
let me add something real here. Pretty much, before it was only so you'd have to track down the commander and then click on their portrait, but they recently changed it so you can click on anyone that's in that commander's squad and join that squad through that. So it's no longer having to track down the commander, wherever the heck they are. They could be on the other side of the world from the rest of their squad. Now you can just click on person that's there, join the squad, and you're good.
Yeah, and it makes it a lot easier. Definitely. One thing that they did try to do as well was try to make it so that way not anybody could be just a commander. They did make it so that way that you have to pay a hefty sum of coin to become a commander, to try to root out those people who are really interested in leading in that, attacks or defending and stuff like that. It just kind of weeds them out in general. What would you say would be your opinions on the squad system in of itself? I mean, do you think it works? Do you think there's something that needs to be fixed? I mean, what do you think, Ben?
Well, I guess based off what I've seen from the game so far, I don't really think the squads are truly effective. From what I can tell, the commanders don't really know how to use the commander chat effectively. And in addition to this, I have problems with the commander chat in general. Honestly, I think that there should be a separate squad chat for each different squad. I understand that puts stress on the servers in terms of having 4 million channels on the server, but I think that would really improve communications to where it needs to be. So right now, the only person who can talk in the commander channel is the commander, and so then you would have partial conversations flying around team chat where the commander would say flank right, and his team members would go and say, okay, I'll do this. And then, so the rest of the team members, who could be in an entirely different keep, would hear that, and they would have no idea what's going on.
Yeah.
So if you were to split that into completely different squad chats, you wouldn't have that problem at all.
And I definitely agree on that. One thing that, like I had, when I played Warhammer, I did play a lot on the open RVR. Realm versus Realm. And one thing that they did for that is it was almost kind of like a raid group where with the people just band up together and be able to go and take down a keep. That's essentially what it was. It's almost of what World vs. World was, but on a lot smaller platform, I guess. Within the maps of the PvE area, there would be open PvP grounds. And I thought it was really easy the way they actually set it up, and the fact that everybody was able to communicate with each other, I think, was a lot better than just a single form of one person being able to talk down to everybody.
Yeah. Well, John, let me ask you a question. Do you think there should be a limited number of commanders allowed in the world at once? I mean, what happens if you have 20 commanders all running around different squads? I think that could be detrimental.
I know that they have I've never played the beta yet, so I don't know exactly how big the World vs. World maps are. But from the looks of it, they're pretty big, so I don't think that would be a big enough issue, I guess, to hinder the process or the progress of everything. Because if you have more squad members, that'd be able to. There's a lot more multitasking being able to go on versus leaving it all on one guy's shoulder.
I mean, I don't know. Just based off what I've seen and what I've heard, getting gold really isn't that hard because you take over a keep and you get I don't know, 20 silver here, and then, I mean, a lot of people will just go ahead and buy a catapult or a trebuchet or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
But if you really wanted to, you could save up until you had enough for a manual. And so eventually, if you keep doing well and keep taking over things, then you will have enough for a manual, and eventually everyone will have a manual. So
that
shouldn't there
true.
be some kind of limitation?
I'm not too sure about that. Like, I just honestly would have to see how it works. I could see why there should be a limitation because there could be probably, like you said, I mean, like 50 or 100 different, squads going on at once, and some are just kind of ignorant. But I don't know. Maybe if there was a rating system for certain squad members, I think that would probably help a lot. Like, I think that would probably end up fixing a lot of the issue for that.
Mm-hmm. And all of you listening, if you have your own opinion, feel free to leave it in the comment below, and we'll address it in our next video. Moving on to my next opinion is that I think in addition to having the expanded chat abilities, in place of the commander having non-exclusive access to the commander chat, I think instead of that, the squad commander should have the ability to draw on its members' mini-maps. So oftentimes when you're leading a group, it's very difficult to use your moves and stuff at the same time as typing to your squad on what you want them to do. So what I think would be a lot easier is if you would be able to draw on your map, and everyone in your squad would be able to see that. I believe that the draw function is currently available for people in your party, and so people in your party can see what you draw on the minimap. However, I think it should be incorporated where if the commander draws on the minimap, the entire squad draws or sees what's drawn on the minimap. That doesn't work the other way, though. So if a member draws on a minimap, I don't think everyone else in the squad should see unless he's in a party, and then the rest of the party would see.
Yeah, to pretty much kind of like stop that spamming that goes on the compass, like from the original Guild Wars sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think that's something that's actually I very much agree on. I'm not sure about you, but my first MMO style game that I played was Guild Wars, and being able to draw on the map was pretty nice. Then after going on to other MMOs and not being able to draw on the map frustrated me. I don't understand why they never added that feature. It's a very simple feature. It's something that works very, very, very well, especially while trying to do PvP or dungeons. It's just stuff like that. I think that's a very, very nice addition.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, personally, my first one wasn't actually Guild Wars. Guild Wars was my second one, so I originally came from Final Fantasy XI, where the only ping system was where it said you were attacking a monster. However, there are many of that kind of monsters, so you would never know which one until you saw which one people were grouping around. When I moved to Guild Wars, though, it was so much easier, and it was just unbelievable, responsiveness and functionality and all that. I think it was a great idea that Arena implemented there.
Well, guys, that pretty much sums up Tyria Tribune. hope you guys did enjoy this, and if you guys have any comments or any kind of opinions, please do express them down in the bottom. We'll be glad to be able to hear them, and if we can, go over them. That'd be nice, guys. You have a good one.
Take care.